Thanks, Curls. The Blues going right to left in the first quarter. And they try to sort themselves out. Murphy in his first game for the season, starting on the wing. And here he is straight away, Justin Murphy into the action. And poleaxed over. Welcome back to AFL football.
Yeah, well, interesting that David Parkin or Wayne Britton has elected to start him. Sometimes when you've had a long layoff, they move them off the bench.
Wonderful to see him back. Porter wins in ruck, comes down to Fraser Brown, who loses control of it. Freeborn was handy. Porter, a high ball down to full forward. Oh, Carlton man in front. Good mark. Stretching out in front of himself and coming out wide to Stevens.
In a different role for Beaumont today, who tagged James Hird last week. He's well up and truly in the forward line to start this match.
Dew on centre wing takes the mark. Delivers it well to Carr. Mark dropped down there. It's taken away by Rice towards the outer side. And Murphy in the action again.
Well, that's what he wants. He'd just be a little bit nervous. A couple of touches early will settle him down.
Kick by Justin Murphy, pretty high. Most of the breeze across the ground.
It's a good mark.
Might be slightly left or right of screen, but not much in it. Massey over it. Down the boundary line by Dew. Is Guerra. Francis does well. And Fabian comes back again from 50 metres to the goal line for a magnificent goal. It was a ripper.
His hand, well, Andrew McLeod has got great hands.
And Scott Camporelli just continues to run free at the moment. He's just hanging off the back of this pack, and he'll probably get on the end of one of those handballs.
Murphy has come back into this game like he hasn't been away from it. Rice to Camporelli.
It is.
Great runner, Camporelli. He's been doing most of his work in defence so far, but he works forward now. Beaumont, and Beaumont, run down by Guerra. Terrific. And he puts Beaumont off his kick. What a magnificent bit of defence. Oh, he kicked the goal.
Well, they should have learnt from their first game this year.
Primus takes clean possession. Dew. And they've worked it well. Stevens goes out wide. Well, they're going with the breeze and running it like it's into the breeze. Kicked by Kingsley up towards centre half forward. Corns.
Good bump.
Franco. And Murphy in hard. Franco, free kick. Murphy in the back. And Guerra will take the free kick. Brent Guerra playing just his 9th game in the AFL. To Stevens.
He can goal from here.
He's got a 50 because Andrew McKay has run across the line.
That's
in the time-honoured tradition of Jim Steins.
Well, see, this is where the 50-metre rule is too severe. Now he's chasing. Oh, no, he didn't. He didn't look. I think Stuart Dew ran behind Nick Stevens, and Andrew McKay trying to get onto Stuart Dew, realising if he gives it to him, he's a designated kicker, ran between player with ball and the mark. Still a very severe penalty.
So Stevens right in front. So he doesn't. So he might talk to you about it, but you're not going to share it with us, right?
Well, a 7-metre kick has got Barnaby into trouble, but he's smart enough to just back up and get it back into their forward line. This time, perhaps for Port Adelaide.
Clever boy.
Burgoyne, man in the goal square, and Lockwood gets the goal. Well, now it's a 15-point lead, but it still want to be a bit more, you would reckon, for Port. They've had 8 scoring shots to 3. Camporelli again. Punch down to the front. Lappin celebrating game 100 today. Camporelli met solidly, but he'll get it back from Fletcher. And a good pass. Houlihan. And this kid Houlihan did pretty well in his first season to ride the bump and get up and kick for goal. And he's kicked for goal well. Game hasn't reached any great height so far, I must admit. Stevens out wide into a bit of space. This is where a ruckman can become an extra wingman if he dashes up from defence. Johnny Barnes has done it well for the Bombers this year. Primus, good pass, Mark to Guerra. Guerra in short. Burgoyne. And here's the shot by Peter Burgoyne. Full points. Ratton an underground handball. Manton gives it up. Stevens caught in a good tackle. Culprit the tackler. This ball nearly out of bounds on the full, but marked on the 50 near the boundary line. Guerra. Attacking side of the ground. He's looking to give it off short. He could nearly nail this. He puts it to the goal square. Burgoyne in front. And James Clever.
That was brilliant.
No addition to the score at the start of this second quarter. Down goes Rice.
Good hands.
And here's a chance for the power. Fabian Francis. Low into the breeze. Oh, good mark, Burgoyne.
Well, you're right, Chauncey. That one is a real problem there. Peter Burgoyne is just an exquisitely talented player, but Fabian Francis and I think it was big Matthew Primus who got the ball going initially were just outstanding in that build-up to the goal.
Pressuring Carlton, if there's such a word as that.
Jared, why doesn't the umpire stand with his back to the boundary so he can watch everything?
Play goes on, Curls.
Oh, gee whiz, that's hot and high. Advantage and the goal to Brown. Houlihan, a high ball. Dive by Beaumont, no mark. Underground hand pass, Ratton. White. O'Reilly in a real wrestle with Montgomery. O'Reilly the hand pass. Camporelli round the corner. Wants the bounce, gets it. Well, he's now kicked 18 goals in 19 the bit games,
Great
Peter
kick.
Burgoyne.
Owen at the back. They've got extra players here, Carlton.
Hand pass a bit high for Fletcher. Brown back to Fletcher. Oh, good kick. O'Reilly, not quite. Not a bad gather by big Stephen O'Reilly. Houlihan. Fletcher. Well, he's covered some ground.
That's the Ratton value in the middle.
Yeah, the Ratton value. Look, lack of concentration too by the Port Adelaide screen. Such a long kick by Murphy. You know it's going to go long. Somebody has to be at the back of the pack on the kickoff. Carlton had the running player Fraser Brown in front of his opponent leading up. Good handball out.
Hume on for Freeborn.
Simon Fletcher from 48 metres. That's a goal. Primus, clean possession. Out in front of Stevens. Due, but it's grabbed by Camporelli. And taken to the ground after the ball disappeared, and Camporelli will take the free against Due. Oh, advantage to Porter, 20 metres ahead of the action. We might have a chance to explain that in a minute. Here's Fraser Brown. Still a chance for Brown, and he gets the goal.
Well, that is the umpire's goal. And it's, I don't think the umpires can stop the instinctive reactions.
Oh, James, how clever was that? Kick the goal, son.
Clearly a rider's on for Wilson.
Well, Whitnall's had 2 shots at goal for just 2 behinds, and Treadray has hardly had the footy at all. The leading goal kickers for each side. There's a snap.
Great goal.
Ratton.
It's a bit cruel when you take a mark like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Team still finishes up with the ball, but after that you'd like to go back and have a shot. French, good hand pass in Due to Treadray. Chance for Francis. Back to goal.
Need the short kick.
Oh, that's good. And James has played a game, hasn't he? He's kicked 2 goals so far. Aims it at the left goal post. That's a beautiful kick. Silvani comes up with the football. Murphy's been good in his return. Brown, a hurried, lucky kick. Lappin into space and says to Houlihan, get on your bike, son, and get after that. The hooligan, good pickup.
Great take.
Centering kick. Beaumont. And Houlihan again. He's got lots of space here, and he might cruise in and go all the way. He kicks from 35. Oh, good kick.
Yeah, well done.
Franchina. Hume. Middle of the ground. White. First game of the year to Brown. Kick by Brown. Whitnall. And he's on the attacking side. And Lance Whitnall will be looking for his first goal of the day from this.
It was a good lead, and he has the ability just to slip away, get 2 or 3 metres on his defender.
That's the only way he'll get the ball on Mead, though. He won't beat him man for man. Not in a muscle situation.
And to put the Blues in front.
in essence, I think Stevens and Camperelli have just about counted each other out. Both have had 20-odd possessions. But Port starting with their forward line all deep.
And Jew's trying to get on to young Houlihan. Mackay's trying to get on to Jew. It's an interesting battle there.
Camperelli back to Fletcher. Overrun by Lappin. Look at Primus get after it. And we saw at the MCG last weekend, he's pretty quick, Matthew Primus. Couldn't get boot to ball, though. Brown off the ground. Down goes Beaumont, pushed. Free kick.
Not for left footer, but he's done it well.
Oh, that's a beauty.
Yeah. He did it perfectly.
There's not so many guys. This is a Simpson Desert up this other end.
Yeah. 22 and a half minutes, second quarter. Port Adelaide's last goal. This one, was it touched by Rice? He says it was.
Umpire said no.
So Josh Franco. Well, it's a long way to goal from there into the breeze. Kingsley walking it up to the defensive 50.
Carlton players not committing, so making him do the work, making him think about it.
Wilson still at left half back. Scores level at Football Park early in the last quarter. The punch to the front comes to James. Now a chance.
Beautiful kick.
Treadray and Whitnall haven't kicked the goal between them, but Treadray puts the power in front. They lead by one straight kick. Down, says the umpire. Murphy gives chase. Primus there as well.
Cordy, you are going to be in massive demand over the next couple of weeks as we go into the finals, because the side that can, I guess, unlock this key to the flooding defence is going to win the flag.
Well, I'm staggered that coaches haven't done any work, or don't appear to have done too much work between 40, in that band between 45 and 60.
Well, the Bulldogs do it. You know, they've worked it out pretty successfully.
Yeah, in a flood.
That's a clever mark. They're not paid to Francis. Hoisted high by O'Reilly. Punched by Daniels. And again, Houlihan for the Blues. Murphy back for his first game this year. Camperelli beats a man, and a straight kick will level the scores. Well, the scores level, and Port seem to have more than their share of drawn games. They've drawn one earlier this season. There's 4.5 minutes remaining. Can Port hang on? Carlton with the breeze, and maybe that goal might just give them the momentum to win the game. Camperelli, the leading kick winner on the ground, kicked it, and here's a mark to Ratton, and maybe it's all over for you now, Port.
I was just going to say, why wasn't Ratton in the centre square for that all-important bounce? But of course, here he is shooting for goal.
Well, he's been able to drift forward on occasions, Curls.
Yeah, no, he was placed forward, Graham. He didn't drift, he was placed there.
He's kicked 20 goals for the season.
So Brett Ratton to put the Blues in front late in the game. 40 metres out, and he kicks the goal. There's a wrestle between the ruckman Mead. Here's Treadray, and Silvani's got him again. Camperelli. And Silvani gets a kick, but it's out on the full.
Yes, there's just 40-odd seconds to go. I'm not quite sure they can get it down quickly enough.
Lockwood in short to Lyle. They haven't got time to build up slowly like they did for their previous goal. To full forward, and a whistle.
Free kick.
Free right in front. Well, Warren Treadray can make it a one-point game. They'll go back to the centre and have less than 30 seconds to score again. That's a goal.
His second goal for the day, Warren Treadray, and he's had to work hard. There's no doubt that Stephen Silvani has been one of the best players on the ground. But the mark of a good player, as Treadray is, they keep presenting themselves for the target. He's put himself in the action there. Silvani's taken him out of it. He's got 20 seconds in which to kick a goal, or a point to tie it.
Surprised there's any players in the Carlton forward line. I reckon you'd have every player, bar one perhaps, on your side of the square.
Discipline required here.
Well, we have our second one-pointer for the weekend. Terrific stuff by Primus. He bursts it out low. Oh, yes, a mark! And this could win the game. Burgoyne! Would you believe they could get it down there so quickly?
Well, it was good work by Matty Primus, and the free kick could have been paid. Peter Purgoy looked like he'd lost it. He's played a lot of full forward this particular game, and David Parker not happy.
Where do you start this one, Cornsey?
Well, I reckon just inside the left-hand post.
He's a very good shot for goal, this boy.
Glenn Manton is...
There's the siren. The siren has sounded.
Glenn Manton is just flirting with it a bit. He's very close to the mark on the side.
They trail by a point. This to win the game after the siren. Peter Burgoyne, he's done it! And Carlton have been beaten for the third week in a row.
Well, we wanted a close one. We got a close one. There's the Port boys.